let's solve the fabric yards problem here. You're given a certain number of inches you want to buy of fabric, and then we have to determine how many yards you have to buy. But you only get to buy fabric in whole yards. So if I want to buy even 1 inch of fabric, right here, 1 inch, I have to buy a whole yard. 35 inches, still a yard. 36 inches, still a yard. At 37, I have to go on to 2 yards because I have more than 1 yard I'm buying. A yard and an inch, you have to buy 2 whole yards. We get to assume that the number of inches we're buying is an integer, and that we have to buy an integer number of yards. So no fractions here, okay? So let's go ahead and try to solve this. So we'll copy this and we'll put it here, okay? And we run it. Naturally, by the way, it'll fail at first because if we try to do fabric yards right now and run that, you'll see that we have 42 because, well, we haven't solved it. We have to replace this with our solution. So when we start, I want to first observe that at 0, 36, and 72, this is an easier problem than the other places because you're buying an exact number of yards, okay? So if you're buying an exact number of yards, then all we have to do is divide by 36 inches to get the number of yards. So if you're buying 72 inches, I divide by 36, and that's 2 yards. Well, not quite. It's this 2.0, which is a float, which is really similar, but not exactly the same thing to this 2. Since we know everything's integers, we're going to do integer division. 72 integer divided by 36 is exactly 2. Great. 36 integer divided by 36 is exactly 1, and 0 divided by 36 is exactly 0. So we'll say if inches is a multiple of 36, if that was true, then we would return inches over 36. Otherwise, do something else. Okay, so that's a starting point. Because we know that if you're exact multiple of 36, you're exactly a multiple of a yard. So this works perfectly. So now we have to figure out how we test if inches is a multiple of 36. If inches is a multiple of 36, when we divide inches by 36, what will the remainder be? This is the remainder. The remainder, when you divide inches by 36, well, if inches is a multiple, the remainder is 0. So that's a test to see that inches is a multiple of 36. So we get to return that. Otherwise, here, it's not a multiple. So consider like if it's 35 or 1. Those aren't multiples, okay? And if I were to take 1 integer divided by 36, I get 0. And 35 integer divided by 36, I still get 0. So basically, because we're using integer division, we'll get the whole number of yards. And then we have to add 1 more yard for that little extra bit. So here, because there's a little extra bit, we need that plus 1 to account for the fact that we're not a multiple of 36. So there's a little left over, and we need to buy a whole yard because of that. And if we run this, it works. So this is a perfectly fine answer. Great. Now, there are other ways to solve this problem. There's many ways to solve every problem. Let's look at another way. Okay. This time, I'll go ahead and I'll take this function, and I'll put it here, and I'll return 42, and I'll rerun it, and we fail again. We have 2 versions of fabric yards here. When you do that, Python is going to use the last one, the second one in this case. So indeed, we're back to 42 here. Okay. Do that, 42. I'm just leaving the first one for your benefit so you can see it and remember it. So I'm going to, right here, import math. I'm going to use a cool math function. See, what I really wanted to do was divide inches by 36, okay? And then to do the following. If I got an integer, great. But if I got a fractional part, I'd want to do the next integer up from that part. Import math. And that's what math.ceil does. It's a really weird function, but it means ceiling. It means get the next integer higher from this number, unless the number itself happens to be an integer. It's exactly what we wanted, actually. So I'm going to do that, and that worked as well. All right. Now you might say, how would I ever have known math.ceil is that exists? And I'd say you didn't have to know it. You could have solved it this way, and either way is perfectly fine. There's many other ways to solve this problem as well. When you're looking to solve a problem, you should not be looking for the answer. There's no such thing as the answer. An answer that's short, that's clear, that's reasonably efficient, that you can implement bug-free. Now that's a great answer. And there's a number of great answers to almost any problem out there, even short problems like this. Anyway, we have solved fabricYards, and we are done with this problem.